Picture this: you walk into a room full of people trying to grab attention, talking loudly, showing off, yet without saying a word, you stand out. People naturally respect and notice you. How does that happen? In this video, we're going to explore Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that teaches you how your actions, calmness, and attitude can speak louder than words. Stay with us, and you'll learn how to quietly show your value in any situation, without needing to say anything. By the end, you'll know how to let your presence do the talking and become someone people can't help but admire. In a world that often celebrates loudness, charisma, and self-promotion, the idea that you can demonstrate your value without saying a word may sound counterintuitive. The pressure to showcase our talents, skills, and accomplishments, through social media, at work, and in everyday interactions, can be overwhelming. However, the ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers a refreshing perspective. Actions, attitudes, and character speak louder than words. The Stoics taught that true worth does not need to be announced. It is revealed naturally through consistent, purposeful living. In this video, we will explore how Stoicism can guide us in embodying value without relying on speech or self-promotion. Through understanding key Stoic principles such as virtue, control, resilience, and wisdom, we can learn how to let our actions and demeanor quietly communicate our worth. We'll delve into practical steps you can take to internalize these Stoic concepts and become someone whose presence alone commands respect and admiration, without the need for constant verbal affirmation. At the heart of Stoicism lies the belief that virtue is the highest good. For the Stoics, virtue encompassed four cardinal qualities: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These traits form the core of a person's character, and according to the Stoics, they are the only true source of value. Everything else, wealth, fame, physical appearance, and status, was seen as secondary or indifferent because it could easily be taken away. To demonstrate value without speaking, the Stoics believe that one must live a life of virtue. This means 1. Making wise decisions based on reason and rational thought. 2. Acting courageously in the face of challenges. 3. Treating others fairly and with justice, regardless of their social standing or how they treat you. 4. Practicing temperance, or self-control, in the pursuit of pleasure and the avoidance of pain. When you consistently embody these virtues, people take notice. You don't need to tell them how valuable you are. Your actions naturally convey that you are a person of substance and integrity. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it." By living in accordance with these principles, you project quiet strength and dignity that others will recognize and respect. A core tenet of Stoicism is the distinction between what we can control and what we cannot. According to the Stoics, we have control over our own actions, judgments, desires, and reactions, but not over external events or the actions of others. This understanding is crucial in demonstrating value without words. When you focus on controlling only what is within your power, you become less reactive and more composed. People will notice how you handle stress, setbacks, and uncertainty. Rather than becoming frustrated or overwhelmed by things outside your control, you calmly adapt and respond with clarity and purpose. This ability to maintain composure in difficult situations speaks volumes about your resilience and maturity. For instance, imagine being in a workplace where a project suddenly falls apart due to factors beyond anyone's control. While others panic or blame external circumstances, you focus on what can be done next, seeking solutions rather than dwelling on problems. You don't need to shout your value in that moment. Your calm, solution-oriented approach quietly demonstrates that you are a person who can handle adversity with grace. The Stoics often referred to this as practicing apatheia, or freedom from emotional disturbance. It's not about being indifferent, but about staying grounded in the face of life's unpredictabilities. By showing that you are in control of yourself, people instinctively trust you and respect your ability to lead by example. Stoicism teaches that life is filled with difficulties, hardships, and suffering. The Stoics didn't sugarcoat this reality, but they believed that we could endure anything through the cultivation of inner strength. Resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks, was one of the highest virtues in Stoic philosophy. In modern life, we often try to avoid or minimize challenges, but the Stoic approach is to face them head-on, accepting them as part of the human experience. How you handle adversity reveals your true character. Those who can persevere through difficulties without complaining or seeking pity often earn the most respect, even though they may never boast about their endurance. You can demonstrate this value in your life by embracing challenges as opportunities for growth. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers and Roman emperors, wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This means that obstacles are not just nuisances, they are the very things that strengthen us. If, for example, you experience a personal or professional setback, a failed business venture, a broken relationship, or a rejection, you can choose to react with bitterness and self-pity, or you can choose the Stoic path of resilience. You don't need to tell anyone about your struggle or your comeback story. The way you carry yourself after the setback, your calm persistence, and your refusal to be defeated by external circumstances will show others the depth of your character. People are naturally drawn to those who can weather storms with quiet dignity. Another way to demonstrate value without speaking is through the quality of your presence. Stoicism teaches the importance of being fully present and aware in each moment. While modern life often encourages multitasking and scattered attention, the Stoics believe that true wisdom comes from mindfulness and being fully engaged with whatever is in front of you. When you are present, people feel it. Whether you're in a conversation, attending a meeting, or simply walking into a room, the focus and awareness you bring to the moment have a magnetic quality. You don't need to dominate conversations or impose your ideas on others. Simply being fully attentive, listening deeply, and responding thoughtfully will make people feel valued and respected. Your attentiveness demonstrates that you are grounded and intentional, and others will naturally appreciate your quiet confidence. In personal relationships, this quality of presence can be especially powerful. By truly listening to others, without interrupting or waiting for your turn to speak, you demonstrate empathy and respect without uttering a word. People will recognize you as someone who genuinely cares, and this creates deeper, more meaningful connections. As Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, advised, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." By cultivating the art of listening, you can show value in a way that words alone could never convey. In Stoicism, wisdom is not just intellectual knowledge, but the ability to act in accordance with reason and virtue. True wisdom is demonstrated through thoughtful, deliberate actions that are in alignment with your values. People who act wisely don't need to explain their decisions, they show their wisdom through the choices they make and the way they conduct themselves. When you consistently make decisions based on careful thought and reflection, others will notice the quality of your judgment. You don't need to advertise your intelligence or tell others how well you understand a situation. Your choices, whether in business, relationships, or personal matters, will speak for themselves. This quiet demonstration of wisdom is far more impactful than verbal claims of expertise. For instance, in a workplace setting, you might notice a colleague who always seems to have a clear perspective, even when others are unsure or indecisive. They don't boast about their insights, but their ability to cut through complexity and make sound decisions earns them respect. This is the Stoic ideal of wisdom in action, demonstrating value through reasoned choices, without needing to seek approval or recognition. To cultivate this in your own life, practice deliberation. Before making a decision, consider whether it aligns with your core values and long-term goals. Reflect on the consequences of your actions and whether they will contribute to the greater good. By approaching life with this kind of intentionality, you will naturally radiate wisdom, and people will come to trust your judgment without the need for self-promotion. One of the most profound ways to demonstrate value without speaking is by practicing humility. The Stoics believed that arrogance and boastfulness were signs of insecurity, not strength. True strength comes from knowing your worth but not feeling the need to broadcast it to the world. Humility is about understanding your place in the larger scheme of things. It's about recognizing that no matter how skilled, successful, or knowledgeable you are, there is always more to learn and room for growth. People with genuine humility don't need to prove themselves through words. Their quiet confidence and willingness to learn speak volumes. Epictetus reminds us that it is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. The humble person, by contrast, is always open to learning, to new perspectives, and to improvement. This willingness to admit mistakes, learn from them, and improve is one of the most powerful demonstrations of value. When others see that you are more concerned with doing what is right than with being right, they will respect you on a deeper level. Humility also allows you to celebrate others' achievements without feeling threatened. A humble person can support and uplift others, which creates an atmosphere of mutual respect and trust. This quiet strength of character is far more persuasive than any boast or claim of superiority. Finally, demonstrating your value without speaking is not about hiding your talents or being passive. It is about embodying the virtues of Stoicism: wisdom, courage, justice, temperance, resilience, mindfulness, and humility, and letting those qualities shine through your actions and presence. When you live a life grounded in these principles, you don't need to tell anyone how valuable you are. Your value will be evident in the way you navigate the world, handle challenges, treat others, and make decisions. In a society where we are often encouraged to seek attention and recognition, the Stoic approach reminds us that true value doesn't need to be shouted from the rooftops. As Marcus Aurelius put it, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. By embodying this philosophy, you will demonstrate your value in the most powerful and enduring way, without needing to say a word. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.